YouTube family, what's going on, y'all? What up, Sister Erica? With I Am Erica. Sister Dolores Yaden. What's going on, sis? Sister Kimberly. Sister Kimberly with the Gen X toy box. What's going on? I'm getting ready to head on down to the laundry room. Got a load of whites I need to do. But before I carry all of this stuff down, I'm going to go down and make sure there's a washing machine available. Y'all feel me? What up, Sister Dee Dee? Brother Bohemian Rhapsody. What up, bruh? I don't think I've seen any comments from you before, but you've become very vocal over the last couple of days. And Sister Cherie Ness, you too. What's going on, sis? Sister Cherie Ness, she usually doesn't make comments. She usually replies to other people's comments. But we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it, y'all. Here's the other thing, real quick. I got a new name for my segments. And it's coming from Sister Nirvana. What up, sis? Sister Nirvana. These segments where I'm telling the story of how me and SAYNIA came to be in a relationship, I'm going to start calling these the Blue Bucket Chronicles. And the thing is, Sister Nirvana suggested that title. The Blue Bucket Chronicles. And SAYNIA saw that in the comments section, and she said she liked it. She thought it was cool. So guess what, Sister Nirvana? We're going to start calling this segment the Blue Bucket Chronicles. And as a show of appreciation for the contribution you have made to the channel, and keeping me going and staying positive, here's what I'm going to do for you, sis. Let me see if I can find it on my eBay page. I'm going to send you some fragrance products. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, here it is. This was the Mother's Day promotion. You all might remember this promotional Mother's Day special for subscribers of the channel. I'm going to post this, Sister Nirvana. I'm going to post this, and I'm going to send this to you for free. Okay? So go to my eBay page. I have the link. Below this video, but go to that listing. You'll see that listing that I just showed you. Go to that listing and message me. Send me a message letting me know what 2 fragrance oils you want and what lotion fragrance you want. that is a special gift I'm sending to you for your contributions to the channel. Once again, this new segment, kind of a story time segment that I'm doing now, is now going to be called the Blue Bucket Chronicles. Can you dig it? Yeah, I can dig it. Okay, so that's what we're doing right now. We're doing a Blue Bucket Chronicles video because this is chapter 3. You all have already seen chapter 2. Sorry, y'all, I had to grab my bucket. This is chapter 3, y'all. And I'm going downstairs, and I know it's hot outside, but I'm going to stop by the laundry room. I'm going to stop by the laundry room to see if there are any washers available and then I'm going to make this video and then wash a load of white clothes before I go to the shop. Oh man, yeah, it's hot. It's hot in this stairwell, so I know it's hot outside. But let me get to the video, all right, because in chapter 2, I talked about how I went about trying to find a woman. My techniques for trying to find a woman. And here's the thing, you all. I'm a pretty analytical person. I like to analyze. I like to analyze things primarily before I make decisions, because I kind of live by this way of thinking. Life is a gamble. Life is a gamble. So play with the best odds. That's kind of something I live by. Every day we wake up, it's a gamble. So knowing that, oh yeah, we got some open. Okay, this is the one I usually use when I do use this laundromat or laundry room. Okay, so I'll be back down. I'll be back down to wash a load after this video. Yeah, life is a gamble. So play with the best odds. And one way that I play, oh my God, it is blazing out here. I gotta find me a place in the shade. One way to play life, the game of life, the gamble of life, is to be analytical. And that's just me. I'm an analytical person. So I can play with the best odds. Yeah, I'm gonna try to sit here in the shade, y'all, and do this video. I'm still gonna sit on my blue bucket, because it's the Blue Bucket Chronicles. Like I said, it's smoking out here. So I'm gonna try to get this video done before I start sweating. So I found a relationship. I found someone. Now let me break it down for you. What I analyzed was this. I'm a Libra male. And the woman of interest, I'm going to call her for the sake of this video and the sake of this story, her name is Sharon. Okay? Sharon was a Sagittarius. Sharon was a female woman Sagittarius. Okay? And Sagittariuses are known for being sassy. Have y'all ever heard that? Sassy Sagittarius? And me particular, the Libra man that I am, I really don't care for sassy. Okay, I really don't care for sassy. And that's why I say when I looked at the Zodiacs, me being a Libra and she being a Sagittarius, I knew there was going to be some issues there. Okay? But when you look at the Chinese Zodiac, from the Chinese Zodiac's perspective, I'm a male rooster. I was born the year of the rooster. And Sharon was born the year of the snake. Okay? When you look at the compatibility aspects of man born year of the rooster and woman born year of the snake, number one match. Like I said, I read somewhere that match was probably one of the number one compatibilities in the Chinese Zodiac. Go figure. Okay, so it's with that information and with those analytics, I went forward in pursuing this relationship. And like I've said before, desperate people do desperate things. I didn't care about the red flags because although there was compatibility, although there was levels of compatibility, there were still red flags that I should not have ignored. But once again, I was just trying to find a woman, just trying to find a relationship. You know, primarily, and this is going to be a theme here for a minute, because I didn't want to deal with the loneliness. I didn't want to deal with the isolation of living in that rooming house room by myself without a relationship. The thing is, I can do periods of solitude. I'm one of those people that loves my solitude. I thrive in solitude. But when I'm done with the solitude, I want some company. I want somebody to be with, to enjoy my life with. And that was the situation. You know, when I wanted somebody in my life, I wanted to be able to call somebody and say, hey, you know, and that's why the relationship with me and LaShonda kind of carried on as long as it did, because she didn't live in Hampton. She didn't live in Hampton. She lived 2 hours away in Fredericksburg. Okay, and from time to time she would come visit me. And once again, I was loyal. I was loyal. Although she lived 2 hours away, I ain't deal with nobody else. I would just wait till she would come to visit me. Once again, the problem was with LaShonda when it came time to go somewhere and do something. She didn't have the energy or the motivation. But we've moved on from the story about LaShonda, although she's going to show back up. She's going to show back up in some future chapters. But we're talking about Sharon right now. Once I made up my mind that I'm going to pursue this relationship with Sharon, I was all in. Damn the red flags. I'll just deal with them, when they come. Okay? So me and Sharon, we started talking. And I kind of did somewhat of an interview, if you want to say. Once I expressed interest in her, I kind of did, a incognito interview. I was kind of asking her, what are some of her goals? What does she see for herself in the next 5 years? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. What do you see for yourself in the next 5 years? And, she expressed to me, and the thing was, she's a cake decorator. In the grocery store that she worked in, she was a cake decorator. That was her main job. She had been trained at Johnson and Wales. Okay? And she expressed to me that she wanted to do something in the realm of food. Food preparation, the whole 9 yards. Maybe even get a food truck or something like that. Which meant self-employment. And I'm all for that. You all know that's one of my crusades. One of the things that I'm really into is pursuing self-employment, working for yourself. So when I heard these things, some of her goals, I was kind of checking off some things. And I said, okay, I think this is going to work. I think this is going to work. And we talked a little bit. And remember, I was on my way to the Grand Canyon for my 50th birthday. Okay, so we had kind of linked up a little bit before I left to go, to Vegas to go to the Grand Canyon for my birthday. But when I came back, it was a thing of, okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's see what we're gonna do. Let's see how we can make this thing work. Y'all know how it is when you first starting off a relationship. When you're starting off a relationship, you see somebody, you meet somebody that you're interested in, and y'all start talking and filling each other out. That's what happened. Okay? Well, eventually the conversations are going to turn sexual. Because, okay, I like you, you like me. Okay, when we going to get together? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, when we going to do this? When we going to do it? Okay? The conversations kind of started going in that direction. What do you like? Oh, I like this. Oh, what do you like? Oh, I like this. Y'all know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's hot out here. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to end this video. But the day came when I invited Sharon over to Netflix and chill. Y'all know what that is. And she came over to my room in the rooming house. Now here's the thing, y'all. I want to do a sidebar on this. Here's the thing. When I met her, she knew I didn't have a car. I had a bike. When I met her, she knew I lived in a rooming house. Okay? When I have dealt with women, I'm upfront. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. And I think the one thing that has always been in my favor is I'm confident in who I am. I'm not what I own. I'm not the material things in my life. I know who I am as a person. You know, so if you're looking at me as if, okay, you don't have this or you don't have that, and you ain't got this going on, this, that, and the other, okay, I'm not the man for you. I'm not the man for you. But you're probably going to find that discarding the human being, the man, based on what he has or does not have, you're usually gonna lose. You're usually gonna be the one who's gonna lose, okay? And once again, for me, I was analytical. I really didn't care how much money she had or any of that. I was looking for a partner. I was looking for a woman to be in my life. And that's what I was focusing on. Yeah, I did want to know what her goals were, what her aspirations are, what is she trying to do with her life, and that all checked off. So I invited her over to Netflix and chill. Okay? We spent some time together. And I knew I had to perform. This is another thing, and I know I'm talking to some of y'all ladies out there. I knew I had to perform. We grown here, we grown folks. I knew I had to perform from the standpoint of I need to make a good impression. That's some of the pressure that men fall under. And I'm not saying that women don't fall under that pressure either, but for a man, it's I need my equipment. I need my equipment to be working on all cylinders right now. Y'all feel what I'm saying? That's some of the pressure that men fall under. All I can say is the next morning I woke up and I text her, "Good morning." She texts back immediately, "Good morning. You know you my man now." Yeah. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Yeah, she texts back saying, "You know you my man now." Just like that. And the thing is, I was with it. Now, if I was out here looking for women and running through women and all this kind of stuff, trying to see how many women I can find, I probably would have a problem with that. Because now you're going to prohibit me from going out and finding other women. And I've been through that before. But under the circumstances that I was under, the fact that she claimed me the next morning, as in, you know, you my man, right? Okay, cool. Let's do this now, because what am I looking for? I'm looking for a stable, solid relationship, because I'm trying to build. I'm trying to move better, and I'm trying to find a partner to do it with. And so far, you have checked off on my list. I do see some red flags, but I'm going to excuse those right now. Okay? And we're going to talk about that in chapter 4. So if you like this video, hit the like button. If you have any questions or positive or constructive comments, leave them in the comments section. And if you want to support the channel further, you all see I do eBay. So check out my eBay page. Sister Natasha, I'm sorry, I'm not Sister Natasha. Sister Natasha, Madam President, she supports me on my eBay quite a bit. Thank you, sis. But the name I was looking at was Sister Nirvana. Sister Nirvana, go to my eBay page and click on that promotion, and then message me and let me know what fragrances you want, and I'm going to send them to you. Thank you for the suggestion. The Blue Bucket Chronicles. You've just listened to and watched a segment of the Blue Bucket Chronicles. And thank you all for watching. I truly appreciate it. Have a great day. Be blessed and be a blessing.